You're listening to Cool FM. Cool FM is a TVH Group of Networks radio station. Tondo's greatest hits are here. You are listening to Cool FM, live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews Primetime.
Magandang gabi Pilipinas. This is koolNews Primetime. I'm Royal Orange together with Team Car Karaoke. We will continue the program. On the news tonight, a Chinese ship may be culprit in hitting Philippine boat in West Philippine Sea. Either one of the two Chinese-flagged vessels present in the West Philippine Sea could be behind the collision that led to the sinking of a Filipino fishing boat there last week, the PCG said on Thursday. A maritime incident is described as an allision when a moving vessel hits a stationary boat. PCG spokesperson Rear Admiral Armand Valido told Inquirer.net, quote, "Yes, we have two vessels of interest." Valido said the suspected Chinese bulk carriers were identified as Yong Famen and Mei Lan Hu. Based on the PCG's automatic identification system, these vessels were located in the same area when the allision occurred. When asked if only one of the two Chinese vessels hit the fishing boat, Valido said, quote, "Yes, there were two vessels of interest initially, but the fisherman's account points to Yong Famen," unquote. Both ships are currently in the waters of Adang Bay, Indonesia. Valido said they are now preparing letters for the China Maritime Safety Administration and Indonesian Port State Control. He also said that they had informed the Chinese embassy about the incident. Filipino fishing boat FVCH John Robert was hit by a ship about 62 nautical miles southeast of Sampaloc Point in Subic, Zambales last July 3, causing it to sink. Valido said 47-year-old Robert Mondoñedo survived after being rescued on July 6. According to the PCG, quote, "He held on to their payaw for 3 days."
Okay, we are experiencing some technical difficulties for Dreamcar, so stand by as Dreamcar will join the voice channel. We really cannot hear Dreamcar in our end, so let's just wait for Dreamcar to rejoin. And apparently still nothing. Try again, Dreamcar. Let's see. Let's hear it if it's working now. There we
Hello.
go. There we
From
go.
the headquarters of Cool
Yeah.
FM, today is July 11, 2024. I'm Dimkar Karaoke.
I think um he already read the first headline.
And topping our Cool News this evening, July 11, government wants more PH firms to invest in nuclear energy. The Department of Energy is urging more Filipino companies to explore opportunities in nuclear energy alongside the Marcos administration's efforts to revive the use of the power source to meet the needs of our growing economy. Energy Undersecretary Rowena Cristina Guevara said Wednesday the government has banking on private players' investments to fast-track President Marcos' target to make nuclear energy part of the power mix. According to Guevara, our hope is the private sector in our country will pursue nuclear power because we have a target that by 2032 we should have 1,200 megawatts. She told reporters that the sidelines of an event in Taguig City. The president's bid for a nuclear future for the Philippines amid his father's own failed past with a mothballed but a nuclear power plant made progress on July 2 when a crucial 123 agreement with the US came into force. With a legal framework now in place to make the technology reach Philippine shores quicker, about 40 American companies are expected to join the fray. Manila Electric Company and the Aboitiz Group had already signified their interest in developing the energy source. Guevara took note of Morocco's plan to build macro-modular nuclear power plants by 2028 in May. Meralco Chair Manuel V. Panilian said the group wanted to have an operational facility to produce power and demonstrate that is a safe mode of producing power. The International Atomic Energy Agency defines micromodular reactors as advanced nuclear reactors with capacity of up to 300 megawatts per unit, or about one-third of the capacity of traditional nuclear power plants. Ideally constructed in smaller areas, an MMR is usually the size of a bus. In a statement late Tuesday, Energy Secretary Rafael Lotilla said the deal with the US would have paved the way for the safe and secure use of nuclear energy for peaceful reasons. Lotilla said the Nuclear Energy Program Interagency Committee is already finalizing the roadmap for nuclear energy use. Once the government hits 1,200 megawatts of nuclear power generation capacity by 2032, it hopes to further boost this with an additional 1,200 megawatts by 2035 and 2,400 megawatts by 2050. Also in the news, Alice Go inclines to forego 2025 re-election bid. Suspended Mayor Alice Go of Bamban, Tarlac is ready to give up her re-election campaign in next year's midterm elections, according to her lawyer, Stephen David. In May, Go told ABS-CBN News that she had no intention of quitting her post amid several controversies hounding her, adding she would seek re-election in the 2025 elections and would bank on her constituents' support. However, David told the ANC that Go is now inclined not to seek re-election in the 2025 polls because of the repercussions of her position as mayor. Go faces a congressional inquiry and trafficking cases related to her alleged ties with illegal pogos or Philippine offshore gaming operators in Bamban, as well as serious questions on her nationality. She also risks being ousted from her post as the Office of the Solicitor General moves to file a quo warranto petition against her. But for the bid, Go should still pursue her re-election bid next year and let the people of Bamban decide whether or not their mayor deserves another term despite the issues. According to David, huwag nating i-preempt yung pamayan ng Bamban kung gusto nila nang iboto si Go. According to the Commission of Elections, Go can still file for election despite the allegations as long as there is no final judgment yet, finding her guilty of any of the charges filed against her. The filing of the certificates of candidacy for the upcoming midterm elections is set for the first week of October 2024. Last month, the Nationalist People's Coalition expelled Go from the party after her alleged involvement with unlicensed pogos and with related human and labor trafficking put grave doubt on her integrity and on her adherence to the party's principles. Go did not attend the continuation of her Senate hearing into her and illegal pogos on Wednesday, citing trauma and stress. Her legal team on that day instead turned to the Supreme Court for help to compel by the upper chamber to stop summoning her to the hearings, which her team accused for being a trial by publicity. According to her lawyers, her constitutionally guaranteed freedoms and rights have been repeatedly violated, ignored, and or disregarded. Also in the news tonight, PNP says relief of 19 Davao City police chiefs not political. The Philippine National Police said the relief of 19 Davao City Police commanders has nothing to do with politics. In a press conference, PNP spokesperson Colonel Jean Fajardo addressed concerns regarding the reshuffle of the police chiefs, which Davao City Mayor Sebastian Duterte described as a mass relief. According to Fajardo, the order of Davao Police Regional Office Director Brigadier General Nicolas Torre III was made to improve the implementation of PNP programs. She noted that Torres' intention is to infuse new blood in Davao for it to become dynamic or more progressive. On Wednesday, Mayor Duterte wrote on Facebook, there are extraordinary and unwarranted administrative changes by the Philippine National Police that seem to be politically motivated. The mass relief on police officials will not help in sustaining the city's peace and security situation. But further on said, because of some of the political issues, nahulaan ng kulay ito. But we want to assure everyone that this is far from reality. Also in the news tonight, Philippine Eagle Mangayon killed in Davao de Oro. A Philippine Eagle was killed in Compostela, Davao de Oro. The Philippine Eagle Foundation was reported that last Thursday. In a statement, PF said Mangayon, a male eagle, died on Wednesday due to a severe blood loss from a gunshot wound on the left wing, with a high probability of sepsis from his injury. The Philippine Army soldier found a stricken eagle in a weakened state during a patrol in Barangay Mangayon. The eagle was under the custody of the Philippine Army patrol base in the barangay when Mangayon was turned over to PF. The eagle was unresponsive, with its right eye partially dilated. Initial assessment revealed that Mangayon weighs 5 kilograms and has an indication of slight thinness and dehydration. The eagle also vomited while being transported and undergoing medical treatment. The necropsy results showed that Mangayon was a healthy bird with all internal organs in good condition. According to PF, Mangayon is the fourth victim of gunshot in 2024. The other eagles were Lipadas in Mount Apo, Karatungan in Bukidnon, and Nareha Kabugao in Apayao. This is the 20th case of eagle rescue since 2020, or a rate of 5 birds per year, which remains high, according to PF. On its website, they said that the Philippine eagle is considered to be one of the largest and most powerful among forest raptors. They are also listed as the critically endangered by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, with an estimated number of only 400 pairs left in the wild. PF Executive Director Dennis Salvador has called for swift implementation of improved interventions. According to Salvador, but we would mostly need LGU and national government actions and investment. The civil society sector can only do so much. We need government political will and action. There should be additionally financing to a systematic and nationwide species survival campaign before it's too late for our national bird. Plus, no tsunami threat after 7.1 magnitude offshore quake shakes Mindanao. There's no threat of tsunami in Mindanao after an earthquake with a magnitude of 7.1 struck the waters of Sultan Kudarat and shook parts of the island on Thursday morning, according to PhilVox. The tectonic quake hit 133 kilometers southwest of Palimbang town at 1:13 a.m. It struck at a depth of 722 kilometers, which is classified by PhilVox as deep. PhilVox said the quake was not expected to cause damage to properties but warned that aftershocks were likely. Shallow quakes 0 to 70 kilometers deep are likely to be stronger and more damaging, according to PhilVox. A moderately strong intensity 4 was felt in Jose Abad Santos in Davao Occidental, while intensity 3 was felt in Mati City in Davao Oriental and in the town of Glan, Sarangani. Intensity 2 was also felt in Maragusan, Davao de Oro, City of Dagum, Davao del Norte, Libungan and Tulunan, Cotabato, Kiamba, Maitum, and Malapatan, Sarangani, City of Coronadal, South Cotabato, and General Santos City. Thursday's quake had a preliminary magnitude of 6.5 and PhilVox upgraded to 7.1 in its second bulletin. Now for more news to be read by Royal Orange, we'll continue after this break. koolNews Primetime is now 9:15. Now for the second gap, here's Royal Orange. Royal?
Thank you, Dream Car. Welcome back. 11 persons were killed and 6 individuals were injured in a collision between a passenger bus and a pickup truck in Junction Ayaga, Barangay Lukban in Cagayan before dawn on Thursday, July 11. Investigation said that the pickup truck was entering the national highway from an inner road when it was accidentally hit by a GB Florida transport bus at about 1 a.m. The bus dragged the pickup truck for about 20 meters, rammed stalls in the public market, and hit a bystander, crashing into a concrete fence. Due to the impact of the collision, 11 passengers of the pickup truck died on the spot, and its driver and 2 other passengers sustained serious injuries and were taken to hospital. The driver and conductor of the bus and the bystander were also injured. Police said the pickup truck came from a wake in Barangay Malekeg, Santa Marcela, Apayao, and the bus was en route to Santa Ana, Cagayan from Baguio City when the accident happened. Cagayan Governor Manuel Mamba has extended assistance to the families of the fatalities and injured. Meanwhile, Vice President Sara Duterte on Thursday said she will not attend President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr.'s third State of the Nation address on July 22. Quote, "No, I will not attend the sauna," unquote, Duterte told reporters during the inauguration of the Child and Adolescent Neurodevelopment Center at the hospital in Davao City. He added that she is, quote, "appointing myself as the designated survivor," unquote. In the United States, a designated survivor is someone who is assigned to succeed the presidency and kept away while the nation's leaders are gathered. Here at home, a similar bill was filed by former Senator Panfilo Lacson in 2019. This will be the first time that Duterte will not be attending Marcos' sauna. In response, Manila Representative Joel Chua said the vice president should not joke about being a designated survivor. For the Kabataan Party list, the vice president's quote designated survivor comment was a manifestation of delusional behavior. Duterte was Marcos's running mate during the 2022 elections under the Unity coalition. Marcos then appointed her to the post of Secretary of the Department of Education, which she will be leaving on July 19. Over to the Palarong Bambansa, Central Visayas pulled off a surprising act on the first day of hostilities at the Palarong Bambansa, bagging the meet's first gold medal on Thursday, July 11, at the Cebu City Sports Center. So far, Central Visayas has collected 4 gold medals, 3 silvers, and 2 bronzes on the first day of the 5-day national games. Notably, 3 of the gold medals were not yet accounted for in the official Palarong Pambansa medal tally. Leading, leading Central Visayas' gold medal haul was Asia Paraase, who won the meet's first gold medal tally early Thursday morning by topping the 3,000-meter secondary girls run at the CCSC Oval. Other gold medalists included female wood pushers Adeline Wasostros and Cristina Concepcion Belado, and artisador Nathaniel Abing. Paraase clocked in at 10:27 to win the 3,000-meter secondary girl run, beating Eastern Visayas uh, Cristina Krisha Beita Haros and Davao Region's Mary Jade Pagayot. On showbiz, ABS-CBN's head Roxy Liquigan exclusively revealed to ABS-CBN News all of their plans for their top artists, D, Maki, BGYO, Mama Intrata, and more. For the nation's girl group, Liquigan said that the instruction from top management was to work on international releases. Quote, "Ang dream talaga ng ating ABS-CBN president na si Carlo Catigbat is to go global. So, ito ang music. Bigyan kami ng pagkakataon. Sabi niya, why don't we do a music for the global audience?" Unquote. Teeny's much-awaited single Cherry on Top, which is released now, is just one of the many songs of the group worked during the songwriters camp last year, and revealed that they have been working on an EP for Vinny for a year now. He added that the eight-member group is also working on their fourth album following their 2024 EP Tada Arawan. And finally, UP Cebu Summa Cum Laude graduate trends on social media for his valedictory speech. Among the 379 graduates of UP Cebu, Petrosia Modequillo, a graduate of the Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, topped his batch, receiving summa cum laude honors. He was tasked with speaking on behalf of the class of 2024 at the University of the Philippines Cebu's 85th commencement exercises last Friday, July 5. In his valedictory speech, he advised his fellow graduates to be open to failure. He recalled that he stopped studying for a year during the pandemic because of the pressure to succeed and avoid mistakes. He believes that, quote, people can do better if they do so without expectations, unquote, and whenever mistakes are celebrated. Because for him, it means a person is actively engaging in the process of learning. Dequillo says, only quote, the only way to avoid mistakes is if you never challenge yourself, unquote. He also added to not do things out of pressure, but rather to do things because they give oneself joy and fulfillment. Netizens on social media praised his valedictory speech for its tone, wisdom, and message. Artist Sasakit created a comic depicting Modequillo making his speech, noting it is, quote, one of the best valedictory speeches he has ever heard. Inkar?
And now our final quote tonight, this July 11. Here's an anonymous quote. Like windflowers, you must allow yourself to grow in all the places people thought you never would. That's our final quote tonight. And Orange.
That is it for for tonight here on koolNews Primetime. As always, thank you so much for your continuous trust and support. For more news and information, keep it right here on Cool FM. And you can send us an email to us at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com.
Cool News will return at supposedly 6 o'clock tomorrow with Cool News Early Edition with Asper. And from the Cool FM headquarters, I'm Dreamcar Karaoke.
And I'm Royal Orange, and you've been listening to Cool FM, the station that cares for you.
Have a good evening, stay safe, and take care. Good night and mabuhay. It's now exactly 9:30. Back for Hangout with Mamon.